Oh boy, here we go. Yo Joes, hey everybody, today we're looking at the G.I. Joe Classified series, number 111, the Cobra Hiss SMS, Cobra Hiss, Techno-Viper, and HMS, Heat Seek Missile System. The SMS is the Joe one, which just got revealed. But this is the attachment that goes to the back of the Hiss tank. This is the HMS for it. It's the missile system, as well as a Techno-Viper, which is a figure I don't have. This is my first picture of the Techno-Viper. I don't have the original one. But I like the color red a little more than the purple, so I'm fine with this as is. This is a very nice box work. I just want to say the art on this is stunning. It is basically a continuation of the exact same art that was on the Hiss tank box, which I loved, and I really like the way that this looks. I don't know the name of this artist. If somebody does, please let me know, because I would love to see more of this artist's work, because this is absolutely incredible artwork. I'm trying to finagle the camera a little more, because there you go, a little better. Sorry, my camera was a little messed up. But I love this artwork so much. Just looking at this box here, it's just a standard Joe box. No windows here, nothing like that. Nothing on the bottom except for some legalese, barcodes. Top, Semper Fidelis, Serpens, G.I. Joe Classified Series Hiss tank. It's look, I'll be honest, it's hard to get a proper view here because my recording space is not nearly big enough. 111, very nice art. On the back here, all the accessories that come with this thing. All the missiles, the figure, the accessories, everything. The technical readout here on here, the Cobra Hiss tape. But yeah, let's get it open because, I'll be honest, I can only look at this box for so long. So here is the Techno-Viper and HMS out of the packaging, and I have to say, I really like this 2-pack here. 2-pack, technically, it's a set. I really like the way that this all looks and comes together. I love the look of this Techno-Viper. It blends really well with the rest of the Hiss tank figures. The color scheme works super well, and I love the fact that we just have an attachable weapon system to the back of the Hiss tank. I like that they did this. They didn't have to, but I like that they did this, because the original version of this was, of course, the one that came with the Joes, on the screen here, the SMS that came with General Hawk, or Colonel Hawk at that point, but we'll be getting that one in the classified line here in a moment. But I like this because the original version of this was I believe it was a Sears exclusive, and that was the only way you can get this specific repaint because it also came with a Hiss tank. Now, obviously, they didn't include it with the Hiss tank because they wanted to sell it individually, which I'm fine with as well, because this is also attachable to the back of a Vamp or a Stinger. So it's a Cobra Stinger. You can attach it to the back of the Cobra Stinger, and I like that. I think that's really, really nice. I think it's a really nice touch that you can attach it to other vehicles as well, because as nice as it is to have it on the back of the Hiss tank, I feel like you're putting it on the back of the Vamp, or I keep saying Vamp, Stinger. It's a Vamp. It's painted gray. Whatever. I feel like you put it on the back of the Stinger, it might look a little better. I don't know. It's personal preference. I think it looks a little better. But I like this a lot. And I also like that it can stand on its own like this. This thing is static as a prop. So if you don't have the Hiss tank or the Stinger, got it right that time, you won't feel like you're missing out, I don't think, as much. Obviously, having it is great. But like, this is one of those situations where, like, if you have this and you don't have either of those vehicles, this is still a really nice set with a really good figure. So let's move this out of the way real quick, so we can look at this evil computer technician guy here up a little closer. I really like the way that these guys look. I love the Stormtrooper styled helmet. Am I the one who's seeing that? A little bit of Stormtroopers, a little bit of the characters like the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica, a little bit of that there. Just a lot of very good sci-fi looks here. The red of the helmet with the silver stripe right on the middle, the black, the orange gold eyes work really well. The hose going across the body, just all these different pipes and hoses. The fact that he's got these double like gauntlets, these computer gauntlets with pegs, so you can put the hologram screen in there. This specific shade of gray I think looks really nice. I like this specific shade of gray. I like the red shoulder pads, the really high boots, the holster here for the pistol, the gloves, everything. This is just a really nice color scheme. The big black Cobra logo on the front, really nice. I just really like the way this guy looks, and I don't have the purple Techno-Viper, but I think I like this one more, just purely on a color scheme. As a figure, it's a really solid figure. This is a really good one. But I think I just happen to like this specific color scheme a little bit more. But I like that there are multiple options for the color schemes of these, because it's like the Fire Team set, which I also have, which I'll be doing a review for at some point. I like that it's the same figures, same like troopers, but they have just different colorations. I don't know. I like that because it's like an extension of the army. It's like how I love the clones from Star Wars, because they're all the same base model, but they're different. Like they have like one's got blue stripes, red stripes, orange stripes, yellow stripes, things like that. I think that adds a lot, and especially for Cobra like this, I think it adds a lot too, because there's a lot you can infer here. This is obviously a specific strike team for the HISS tank, so maybe all people who are involved in the procurement and use of a HISS tank wear the red and black because that signifies what they are a part of. I think that's good visual storytelling, and I think that this helps a lot with that. But yeah, looking at, I want to get a little closer here. I want to look at this gauntlet it's got here that's painted gold. It says Cobra on it. I believe it says 3D potentially. The Cobra logo there. This one is a little different. It's got like a hologram with like a computer screen thing going on there. And like I said, there's these little pegs on both sides. And if we fold up his arms like this, I want to say these joints, by the way, very tight. Double jointed elbows that are very, very tight. If we take that little peg right there and we take this piece right here, which is like a holographic computer VI thing going on there, like virtual interface, you can port it in right here, just like so, and you can have him like using it as like a virtual computer like monitor sort of situation. And to me, it makes me think of Mass Effect. It makes me think of the Omni tool from Mass Effect. That's what it makes me think of. And I really like that. I like that it's like a transparent orange, so if you get some light on it, it might cast like a nice glow. I like that. I just think that's a very fun touch because it just adds a lot. And he's got one on both sides as well, so if you guys are lefty, if he's a righty, whatever you want him to do, it'll blend in there really nicely. And the detail on this is really nice as well. I like it. There's like a Cobra logo. It says Tech in the middle. There's all these little radars and like things going up and down. Just anything you can use your imagination to figure out what any of this means, because it doesn't tell you. But I like that. I think that's fun. I think that's just a nice addition there for the Techno-Viper, because the original one from the 80s, I don't think it had that. I think the regular release one did. I don't think the one from the 80s had that. That's a little too extreme for a figure from the 80s. Articulation, you have Joe figures. You know how this goes. Head goes up, head goes down. Ball, crunch at the waist, very nice. Ball joint at the waist here. Butterfly joints, which are actually very good on this figure. Swivel here at the shoulder. As we said, the very tight elbow joints, which are very, very tight. The hands, both of them are in and out. They're not up and down. Both of them are in and out hands, which is, I don't know. I'm fine with that. Whatever. I don't really see him using a weapon at any point. Drop it in hips because he's a Joe figure. Swivel out the upper thigh because he's a Joe figure. Double jointed, pinless knees. He can kick his own butt. It's a close fit, but he can. Swivel here at the upper thigh, or the lower. What is this? Upper calf? Upper calf. Foot goes up, foot goes down, side to side. It's a Joe figure. You've got one. If you're watching this video, you probably have multiple. You probably have more than one. You know what you get with this guy. Now, before we get to the main event, which is this, by the way, if you didn't know, let's look at the accessories. He comes with this pistol, which is the exact same one that the Cobra Bats had. This is the exact same version that the Cobra Bats had. I think this is just like a matte black, so it's the exact same one. Cool, sci-fi looking pistol. I like it. I don't think I'll ever have him use it, though. What I will have him use, though, is this thing. Whatever this is. This sort of hose-attached laser rifle with, like, propane canisters and, like, a nonsense, like, energy sci-fi scope. It makes me think of one of the guns from Terminator. I don't know which one exactly, but it makes me think of a Terminator-styled gun. That might just be me, though. The hose here is removable, which is probably best for storage because this thing warps very, very easily. And I don't want this to break because odds are I'm not getting a replacement for that. But as you can see, it just pegs right into this part right here. And then you can either peg it into this one on the right or this one on the left, depending on when you got to hold it, if you want to be a lefty or you want to be a righty. Remove it though real quick so we can get a close look at this. I like this. It's clearly some sort of weird energy pack. Maybe it's like a flamethrower, like a plasma thrower. There's a little radio there, like a gauge here, I think, and these 3 removable weapons or tools. I'm not entirely sure what they are. They have hose attachments on here, though. So, like, you can peg it into this if you want. Have, like, that situation going on here. I think maybe some of these, you attach them to the hose in there, and then that's how it uses them. Maybe the wrench here, it tightens better. This hammer's got, like, some sort of weird precision thing here. So maybe it's got like a melting tool. This is a claw. I don't know. I don't know what you would use these for. But there are 3 of them, and they all peg into the backpack like that. So yes, those are the accessories that come with this figure. Now, as for the biggest accessory, if you can call it an accessory, I'd argue that the Techno-Viper is the accessory. This is the HMS Heat Seek Missile System. Kind of a bunch of nonsense words, but this is the HMS, and it is very cool. Like I said, just a big like a missile launch system, and I like those a lot. As you can see, there are 3 very large missiles on the top here, which I will remove one of them real quick so we can get a closer look. They're all exactly the same, so I'll just pop one off real quick. They are all held on there by the regular G.I. Joe Dogbone system. Heat Seek X03 with a very cool Cobra logo on that. These are big missiles. Funny thing is, too, I tried to put the blast effects that came with the Dragonfly in the back here, but this hole is slightly too big, so they don't fit in there right, which sucks, because none of the other ones do, too. Like the ones that come with the what is it? The scrap iron. Doesn't fit in there at all, either. The smaller ones obviously don't. So it's just like, it's the wrong port size, which is disappointing, because I wanted to put the ones from the Dragonfly in there because I thought that would look cool. But unfortunately you can't, which is, a disappointment, bummer. Whap whap. But as it is like this, I still think it looks pretty cool. Bring it a little closer here because I want to read what it says here. If it'll focus, thank you. Anti-jam, anti-aircraft joint asset movement system. Equipped with hydraulic launch elevation mod. Serial number 000-266-788-90_4_2022. Because this was designed in 2022. As for the rest of these numbers, beats me. Someone's birthday or something, probably. But that is when it was designed, which is crazy that it was designed 3 years ago. That's wild. I still can't believe this line's been around for as long. It's been around for like 4 or 5 years now. 12 years. What am I talking about? 3 years ago, this was being developed, which is crazy. I can't believe we're this far into the line right now. It feels like it's brand new. But looking at it, I really like this. It can go up that far. The missiles can go up real high. There's a swivel here, like it said. On the back here, there is some more tech on here. Caution, caution, stand back. Electrical death, I guess. Oh, if we pop the wheel off here, if I can get it. Oh, one moment. Okay, that wheel's not coming off. That's not coming off at all. But underneath it, I checked, it says a wheel lock adjust. There are more warnings here. 65 right there. Danger. This thing is dangerous. Don't mess with this. Be careful when you walk around this thing because you very well could die. Yeah, that wheel is that's not coming off. That is on there. Tight. It's not moving anywhere. This is the mechanism which you can pull down to attach it. Funnily enough, if it's up higher, that's how you attach it to the stinger. If it's lower, like this, that's how you attach it to the HISS tank. And there's some fun detailing on the inside here, some hydraulics of some sort. I just think it's funny that the HISS tank is the shorter of the two of the terms of the hitch system, which is very cool here, by the way. Is there's this little panel right here which you can pull off. And there's an access terminal inside. So you can have your guy standing at it working on it, because originally, the original one, the SMS at least, had like a little hose and a stand, like a secondary stand that you attached to it. So that way you could then, if you want to use it, you'd have to use a secondary device. I like that this smooths things out a little bit, makes it a little easier. It's just one flat device. And on right here, it says Semper Fidelis Serpens, because all of this HISS tank shenanigans has come with that exact same moniker and logo and symbol and everything. On the bottom, some sort of turbine thing going on here. There's some legalese you want to read that. Amsterdam, that's fun. But yeah, if you want this thing to move, you can pull these up right here. Also, there's a little taillights, which I think is very funny. And then you can pull these ones up as well. They just don't really snap up, but they will just hold up. And it's got wheels, so it can move. Beep, beep. So yeah, you can move this guy, which I think is very fun. Very cool. I like this thing quite a lot. As for size comparison, I will not be comparing the sizes of the HISS tank and the Stinger, because there'll be photos of them attached, because quite frankly my recording space is just not big enough for me to put those side by side. So if you want them, just wait till the end of the video, because there'll be pictures. As for figure comparison, here he is next to the Cobra HISS Tactician, which again matches by comment earlier about the similar color schemes, although I think this one is a slightly darker shade of gray. But overall, you can see what I mean by the matching color scheme, and I think that's really cool. He was falling down, which is why I wasn't letting him stand up like that. He kept falling over. Here he is next to a fellow member of Cobra who also came with a large vehicular-based accessory, the Cobra Ferret Driver. And again, I like that seemingly all of the, like I mentioned earlier, the figures are sort of matching a central theme where the drivers have this gray and bluish look sometimes. The HISS tank characters have this darker gray and red look, which I think is just very, very nice. I like things that are color-coded. It's nice. It makes my brain feel good. And here he is next to what is probably my next G.I. Joe review after this. It is one of the figures from the Cobra HISS Strike Team, and it is the HISS Range Viper. And I like this guy a lot, and we'll talk about him a little later, but as you can see, my thesis on the color being the same continues. So yes, that is the G.I. Joe classified HISS HMS Techno-Viper strike group thingy. Whatever the name is, it'll be in the video. I hope you like this video. I like this set a lot. I think it's very, very cool. But yeah, like I said, if you like this video, please let me know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, everything need to get done for me to give you the videos that I have to make. And I'll see you, hopefully, tomorrow for May the 4th, because I should have a Star Wars video up, assuming I get it out in time, and I stop being lazy about it. But we'll see. So if you like this, please stick around. There'll be more Joe stuff, there'll be more DC stuff, there'll be more Star Wars stuff, because, I don't know, I'm doing what I want. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Yo, Joe.